Your front-end offer needs to serve as an experience to get someone to see if they're a good fit and want to continue with your core offer. So there's a lot of different ways you can structure this. There's a lot of different ways that you can market and position your front-end offer. The definition of a front-end offer is a low barrier to entry offer that gives someone the chance to experience what you provide. It's like a teaser or a taste test for your core offer. Often a mistake that I see made, and we talked about this earlier, was that you give away the farm. You give away everything with your FEO. You have a really hard time then positioning your core offer as a valuable thing to move towards. So you have a hard time converting people from FEO to your core offer. And it's because of the perceived value. You give away everything in the FEO, you dump it all on them, you give them everything you've got, and then there's really no incentive to move to your full-on program, to your core offer. So we'll talk about how to position that, how to strip out things from your CO to create your FEO as we go through this. A couple other things we want to talk about is that there's two types of FEOs. There's constant and variable. So constant FEOs are things that you can run all the time. They're jumpstart programs, 21-day programs. They're your like test drives, the things that are that really kind of classified as that experience builder. They're always running for you. And then you have your variable, which tend to be longer or very event-specific and focused. So with the event-specific and focused, we talk about transformation contests at points of the year, times around holidays where you're going to run a specific FEO to drive people in. So you're kind of using the marketing to figure out what your variable FEOs are. And those kind of come and go throughout the year. You can usually, as you go on with your business and you build it up over 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you can start to become known for these FEOs, these variable FEOs, your New Year's transformation contest, your summer or fall transformation contest. And those can be huge drivers for your business. But you also need to have those constant ones, the ones that are always in rotation that you can always run. And that's something that I want to point out. We talked about your core offer being very strategic, being something that you don't just change on a whim. Your front-end offer is basically the inverse of that. This is something you can change all the time. You can constantly keep it moving. You can adapt and you can tweak and you can figure out the language and the perfect time frame. So based off your ideal client, based off your market, you're going to experiment with 7, 14, 21, 28 days, 6-week different FEOs, different names, different structures for it, different hooks and different marketability factors of your FEO. You're going to experiment to see what works best because they're basically a portion or a teaser for your core offer. You can just adjust those around, basically have the same deliverable that all points towards the same direction until you figure out what works for you. And that's the beauty of your FEO. You can constantly be adjusting it, experimenting and changing it, unlike your CO, which is part of your strategy, which needs to be very set in stone. Or if you're going to change it, it's not just on a whim and it's not constantly variable. So that's what an FEO is and how it serves you and aligns with your core offer within your business.